Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Cropper here, being joined by Rourke and Leonard there, Mr. Howard Rourke. Now, as I've said, this is either Jefferson or Leonard, and the situation is going to have to be resolved somehow. Leonard, I think, is a pretty good name for a cat, but it's a dog's name, I guess, so that's the trouble. So, we'll see what happens. The puppets might have to solve that. Now, I just want to make a quick note. I just had an epiphany as I sit here at the computer editing some videos to Despook. More to come. If you're watching this, I've already edited and put those up then. And I realized that these people who address me and attack me are just showing some variation or some array of fallacies or something, some mindset inside of subjectivism or materialism or intrinsicism. Somewhere in Peacock's dim hypothesis terms, they're either the D or the M. And there's something to be learned by pointing out where exactly they fall, as a way of concretizing all these abstractions of objectivism. As a way of concretizing all these abstractions of objectivism. As a way of concretizing all these abstractions of objectivism. You're crazy. They're still a little bit unsure on these bookcases. But are you okay now? See? Whatever. So all of this abstract objectivist philosophy can be concretized by pointing out things. For example, Zorio's going to the academic source as an end in itself. He gets to the academic source and he still won't conclude anything. You still can't get him to conclude anything. So, you know, pointing these types of things out is the useful tool I can get out of these people who attack me. And like Zorio doesn't attack me, right? He's very polite and nice on camera and everything. And then I can point out his complete antagonism towards my ideas. That's obvious. His politeness just shows that he really doesn't care about the ideas too much. They don't ruffle his feathers, right? And if I go away believing something that is diametrically evil and wrong and opposite of what is the truth, he doesn't really mind too much, because he could never know himself anything. And how could he know that you know? No one can know anything. So how could he know anything about what you know? So he would never judge you on what you say you know. I judge him on what he says he knows, though. I judge him, and that ruffles my feathers when I get in contact with these people, because these ideas matter to me. They don't matter to Zorio, Despook, and Helzerman. They sit in their ivory tower, rubbing their chin whiskers, contemplating and spinning ideas out of the middle of nowhere, and laughing at the people who are talking about reality. And they say, reality? Ha ha ha! Us sophisticated people know that you can't know what reality is. Well, I don't know. This is my final reply. From now on, I will reply to detractors and so forth. Any videos I get from the D category or the M category, the peanut gallery, you could call them. Any comments, videos, or whatever I get from them, I'm going to treat that as coming from the objectivist ivory tower, if I can put objectivism in an ivory tower for a second here. Coming from the objectivist ivory tower, I'm just going to point out things that that aren't going to necessarily sink in or do any good for Despook or Zorio. You know, instead of putting it in terms for them, I'm going to put it in rational terms. So I'm going to point things out from the objectivist perspective, and basically the only difference in this is, instead of taking it on sort of a personal level, instead of taking it as that person replying to me, I will take it as a philosophical archetype bouncing off of my ideas. So that's my future of this scandalness, because these videos take up too much of my time. There you go. You got it? Can you come to this one? these videos take up too much of my time replying to people who perhaps I don't think really need to be replied to. What can we do? Are you okay? I guess they've got an instinctual fear of heights, because even though they've done this, come down before, they come up and down, even though, see, they're still scared, and there's carpet right there. Anyways, that's going to be my attitude to them in the future, is to address them as philosophical archetypes, which may or may, I mean, nothing I say is intelligible to them anyway, so this won't be intelligible to them either. But just as a note, from now on, these personal videos, taking up just too much time, are going to have to come to an end. Thanks, it's been fun. All of the calling people pinheads and stuff, that's nice. It's not good for my blood pressure. So from now on it's a philosophy. And coming up, the Constitution of the United States of America. Get out your annotated version and get ready, because I've got a revised version for you.